If I didn't have to be an OR this morning, and I could just go to court and watch you defend Kevin.
Thanks.
Thank you.
What time do you think I'm gonna have to testify?
Frisco's gonna testify?
Well, I have to. I found Jennifer's body. That's why I have the day off from the academy.
Well, we do have a jury to get today. I think I'll call you much before lunch.
Really? Good. That'll give me some time to do a little legwork for you this morning.
Well, look who's here.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Good morning.
Jake, I feel like
Hi.
I'm part of this team now that I've given Felicia the day off to do some work for you.
I appreciate it, Sean.
We all do.
Best of luck, Counselor.
Thank you.
Now, you and Kevin are pretty lucky to have Frisco and Felicia on your team. They've come through for me more than once.
I feel as if we're all working on the same team. Keep an innocent man from being convicted of something he didn't do.
Where's Terry?
With Kevin.
Oh, sight of you is all I need.
Now, darling, I'll just be a few feet away from you in the courtroom, all right? Jake has me a place behind you. And the minute they say you're innocent, we're gonna walk out of there together forever.
You know it.
Oh, yes, I miss you at night terribly. I promise that I am going to be the wife that I haven't been to you yet.
That's what I dream about nights. You'll always be with me, and that's what keeps me going.
Well, Patrick's kept me sane by taking me to dinner and calling me from the hospital at night and just keeping me busy every minute.
You know, it's a funny thing. I've never felt this close to my brother before.
Good morning, Amy. Could I have a sign-in board, please?
Yeah, right here.
All right.
You know, well, I just want you to know that everyone's thoughts are with Kevin this morning.
Thank you very much. But I have to keep my mind off the courtroom and onto my patients until I'm due back in the courtroom later. Listen, have they been notified upstairs that Mrs. McCormick is due for her radium treatment this morning?
Yes, and Carrie and Jade are bringing her down right now.
Carrie?
Oh, she's a student nurse. You probably don't know her, but she's Mrs. McCormick's niece.
Oh. I think I'll take Mrs. McCormick to radiology myself this morning. She's a very sweet old lady, and she's quite scared.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jade? Carrie? Good morning, Mrs. McCormick.
Oh, hi, Amy. Hi, Patrick.
Listen, I thought I would escort you to radiology this morning.
How very nice of you, Doctor.
I really appreciate that, Dr. O'Connor.
No, no problem.
Excuse me, doctor?
Yeah.
How does it feel to have a brother on trial for murder?
Murder? Oh, dear, it was a murder. Oh,
Get the hell out of here right now!
Oh, wait a minute. Please,
It's all right, Mrs. McCormick. It's all right.
Dr. Hardy. Dr. Hardy.
Just attend to the patient, children. Sorry this happened, Mrs. McCormick. I promise you it won't happen again.
Was that terrible man?
I am very sorry
He was
about
just
that.
a newspaper man.
It's all right, Annie. It's all over, Mrs. McCormick.
Are you the brother of that Kevin O'Connor?
Let me assure you, we all expect that fine medical student to be found innocent.
That
Kevin
medical
O'Connor
student.
is my brother, Mrs. McCormick, and he would never hurt anyone.
Oh, such a shock. Dr. Hardy, what is going on around
We're
here?
on our way to radiology, Dr. Hardy.
How would you like it if I went to radiology with you, Miss McCormick?
I am so frightened.
Well, don't you worry. We're going to take very good care of you. Doctor, would you mind if I took your patient to radiology?
No, I would appreciate that very much.
Right this way. Everything's going to be just fine, Miss McCormick. Come right along.
Wow. Wasn't that awful?
How did that guy get in here?
Patrick, how is Mrs. McCormick?
Very upset. Dr. Hardy had to take over for me. The last thing I needed was for Mrs. McCormick to be frightened.
Yeah.
I just ran into Steve with a patient outside of
Did he
radiology.
tell you what happened?
Yes, he did.
How is the patient?
Well, Steve's got away with him. He was explaining which O'Connor was which and how neither one of them would hurt anybody.
The next time I'm going to bust that reporter when I see him.
No, you're not. Now, just take it easy. Steve wants to go about this legally. And just as soon as he makes Mrs. McCormick comfortable, he wants to talk to you about it. Gonna have to get some kind of an injunction to keep the press away.
Good. Freedom of the press does not include the right to destroy health care at General Hospital. And Patrick,
Yes?
cool down. Don't try to take matters into your own hands. You'll only make things worse with the press. Excuse me.
I don't see anyone yet, Jenny.
Wait a minute, here comes Dr. and Mrs. Dr. and Mrs. O'Connor, you about your son's trial today?
Kevin is innocent. That's all we have to say.
Are you on good terms with your daughter-in-law?
That's enough. Now, let us...
Sheriff Broder, any comment on Buzz Stryker's rebuttal about your comments against Chief Alan Devane?
Let's
Hold it for a second.
Mr. Devane, any comments?
No, I have no comment to make, Judy.
Please, District Attorney Brett Madison, any comment about the trial today?
I have one statement to make and one only. I intend to win my case against Kevin O'Connor. Now, will you please back these people up and keep them away from the prospective jurors? Away from the courtroom door! Everybody, keep back! Keep back there.
Public building.
I wish I felt as confident as I sounded in it.
I know we've got our man.
I know all we've got is circumstantial evidence until we can talk to Lucy Coe.
Who knows about Lucy Coe? She might turn out to be the Achilles heel for Brett Madison. She might turn out to be that for me.
Frisco, is there any word on her yet?
I don't know anything more than anyone else, except that she's supposed to be back in town Friday.
If she could place Kevin at the university library the morning that Jennifer was killed, Kevin will walk out of that courtroom a free man.
There's just one thing that really worries me. Suppose she didn't notice him at the library.
Kevin says there was nobody else in the library so early in the morning. She had to see him.
Suppose she doesn't show up. Suppose she shows up too late to do any good. Jake, a lot of things could happen.
True.
Maybe I'm looking on the dark side of things. I don't dare do it when Terry's around.
Perfectly legitimate question, Bobby. That's what we're relying on Felicia and Frisco. Red Flynn, he's a key witness. He's the one who claims he saw Kevin at the airport, supposedly arguing with Jennifer. Maybe they have something on him.
I hope we do.
Oh, Terry, good luck.
Thanks, Ruby. Hi, everybody.
How's Kevin?
He's keeping his spirits up, and he sends everybody his love.
Good.
I'm so proud of you. We're gonna win this, aren't we,
You
Jake?
bet we are. As a matter of fact, we ought to get to the courtroom right now. Come on.
Okay, you two are going, aren't you?
Well, later. We have to do some work with Jake first.
All right.
Good luck.
Oh, thanks, Felicia. I mean, isn't it wonderful, the brownstones behind us, huh?
Come on, honey. I'm going to walk you over to the courthouse.
All right, let's go.
Very good luck.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Sean.
Pick up some dirty dishes here. How about you? Can I get you some breakfast?
Yeah, the usual. Ruby, I'll sit over here at this one.
Okay, be there in a few minutes, okay?
Thanks, Ruby.
What's your schedule?
Well, I have to hang out here for a bit. I have a breakfast date with a girl named Susie.
Susie.
Mm-hmm. She hangs out with one of the hotshot basketball players, Norman Yorkin, remember? His basketball player told you he was taking some money for shaving some points?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's gonna probably be just... Here she is now.
That's Susie?
Honey, this is all in the line of duty. Come on.
Well, she's much prettier than Samantha.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm here to meet Frisco Jones.
Right there.
Hi, Susie.
hi.
How you doing?
Fine.
Good. Want to sit down and have some breakfast with me?
Oh, okay.
Good. Hi.
Sorry.
Hi. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi there, you two.
Hi.
Grab a table over there. There's plenty of room.
Thank you.
I don't understand why you're being so attentive, Alan.
Well, Alan Quartermain. Sean, when the hell do you get off barging into my hotel room accusing me of sleeping with your wife and embarrassing the woman I was with?
What are you talking about, Sean?
Alan knows what I'm talking about.
Well, what is he talking about?
There was a terrible mistake, Monica. Look, Sean, I assure you it was a mistake. Can we talk about this?
Now, I guess your private eye thought my friend was your wife, huh?
That was the mistake,
You
Monica.
hired a private investigator?
Look,
And that explains exactly why that private investigator and Edward were spying on me while I was having lunch with our son in the Port Charles Hotel restaurant, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you this, Monica, but your husband thought it was you that I was entertaining in my room.
What? You thought that I was in Sean's bedroom?
It was a misunderstanding, Monica.
Oh,
Now, what is that supposed to mean,
I
Alan?
am so terribly sorry, Sean. Really, that must have been awful for you and your friend.
Look, I was misled, Monica. That's...
Look, Sean, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to sue Alan. And as a matter of fact, you might as well go ahead and sue Edward at the same time, because I'm sure Edward is the one that put you up
Monica,
to it,
listen
right,
to me,
Alan?
please, will you please? You've got
Susie,
this all wrong.
Listen, don't, Susie.
I
Now.
apologize.
Let's talk about us
Well, that's
and
just
basketball.
Sean, but
Sure
what
is
does
a lot
that
of
mean?
basketball.
Look, Monica, I can
I
explain.
am so humiliated, I cannot believe it. How you could do something so sordid, So horribly sordid.
Monica, Sean is a man of the world. He understands how something like this could happen.
The hell I can understand.
It was a misunderstanding.
Oh, stuff it, Alan. If you think I'm going to have breakfast with you, you have another thought coming. And I will find my own ride to the hospital.
Look, I can explain, Monica, if you just listen for...
Are you still interested in some breakfast?
No, Ruby, I think I'll skip breakfast today.
It's funny how this place is emptying out today.
Excuse me. Ah, Sean.
Yeah.
None of my business, but you having a little trouble with the water mains?
No, it's a little too complicated to explain right now, but let's just say that the best man won, huh? I'll see you later.
This place sure jumps.
Yeah. Sit down, Susie. Let's get back to us, huh?
And some breakfast?
And some breakfast. Right. Ruby?
This is Jenny Blake, still down at the municipal courthouse. We're having a great deal of problem. The press is having a great deal of problem getting...
Mrs. O'Connor! Oh, it's your Terry, how about a statement, Terry?
My husband is innocent.
Thank you, Mrs. O'Connor. Thanks, Jenny. There we go.
Anna, Fred, we have a serious problem.
What is it, Bus?
We have to see the judge, and we have to see him right now.
What's the problem, Dr. Hardy?
What does this have to do with the
Well,
trial?
the publicity surrounding Kevin is upsetting the patient care, General, and it's got to stop.
I don't understand.
The press has invaded the hospital.
Oh.
A little while ago, a reporter went after Patrick O'Connor. Patrick was with a patient at the time.
Now, you can have a carnival around here if you want, but not one at General Hospital.
All right, we're behind you 100%, Dr.
We'll get the judge to issue some kind of restraining order. Please go on in. From the courtroom door. Come on. The less publicity around Kevin, the better for us.
Absolutely. He arouses far too much sympathy. Come on.
A few minutes before they're going to call you into the courtroom, I thought we'd go over a few things, okay?
All right. Give me a chance to ease up a little bit.
Don't worry about being nervous, Kevin. They'd think something's wrong with you if you weren't nervous.
Have they found the jury?
No. We'll be there when they do. Let's go over a few defense points.
All right.
First of all, Kevin, for the next few days, you're going to be hearing nothing but evidence against you. I wanted to prepare you for that. Also, I'd like you to keep your ears open. I want you to listen to every word that's being said. The most important thing we can do right now is to discredit the prosecution's witnesses. You never know what's going to happen in a courtroom. Red Flynn could turn out to be their weakest witness.
Weakest? Jake, he's the guy who claims he saw me arguing in the airport terminal with Jennifer.
Sit down. Come on, sit down.
All right.
See, that's my point exactly. So keep your ears open, okay?
All right.
Did you ever meet Red Flynn?
I told you before, no.
I'm asking you again.
Well, I don't remember meeting him.
That's a better answer, Kevin.
Why?
Because it leaves you open to change your testimony later.
Oh. Okay.
Were you ever in the pub that he managed?
Oh, once, maybe twice. Look, Jake, it just has to be a case of mistaken identity. That's all it is.
He identified you in a lineup. That's the problem.
Well, maybe he saw somebody who thinks looks like me. I mean, there are a lot of guys who look like me.
He identified you twice. It's going to be a little tough to break.
Jake, it couldn't have been me. Now, I was in the library at the university.
Lots riding on Lucy Coe.
But what do you think she is?
I don't know. We better pray she shows up Friday.
What if she doesn't?
Let's not think about that.
Monica, here you are.
Alan, we have nothing to say to each other.
I have a great deal to say to you, and you owe it to me to hear me out.
I don't owe you anything.
Then I owe you an explanation and apology for this morning and yesterday. You see, it all started with Lorena, and somehow it's her fault.
Oh, really? Oh, it is my cousin's fault for all of your actions, right?
It's just that a few weeks ago she saw you with Sean, and somehow she got the wrong idea.
Alan, a lot of people have seen me with Sean, and they haven't gotten the wrong idea.
Well, then she told her suspicions to Jimmy Lee, and then it got to my father, and somehow it got blown out of proportion. A completely false picture, that's it.
Why didn't you ask me if I was having an affair?
How could I have done that?
So you just went right ahead and you just hired a private investigator. That's what you did.
I'm sorry, am I interrupting something?
No, just the death throes of a marriage, that's all.
Monica! What's the use?
Alan,
Don't.
I'm sorry, Mike.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all right, Rick. Forget it.
Rick, Monica, I need your help.
What is it?
Mrs. McCormick's having arrhythmia.
What?
I need your help. She's in radiology right now.
Well, what happened?
Oh, some damn fool reporter upset her while she was in there. Dr. Hardy and Buzz are everywhere.
Are you asking for a gag on the press, Dr. Hardy?
No, I'm asking for a general hospital to be placed off limits during this trial.
Your Honor, if I may, isn't it enough for a patient to face radium treatments without being subjected to a member of the press attempting to embarrass her doctor?
In what way, Dr. Stryker?
The reporter asked Dr. Patrick O'Connor how it felt to have his brother on trial for murder.
Dr. O'Connor was trapped with his patient who became very upset and very frightened.
She's an elderly woman, Your Honor.
Gentlemen, there are excessive people in every profession, but we must respect the freedom of the press. Now, where did this incident take place?
In the main floor lobby of General Hospital.
Which is open to the public?
Well, yes. However, Your Honor, please.
I'm sorry, Dr. Hardy, but I will not restrict the press or any other legitimate member of the news media.
Excuse me, Your Honor. I have an urgent message for Dr. Hardy.
What is it?
Mrs. McCormick went into cardiac arrest. Doctors Weber and Quartermain are working on her now, but request your return as soon as possible.
Mrs. McCormick is the patient who was with Dr. Patrick O'Connor.
Listen, I have got to get this story about the missing witness. Can you give me a few words or something that I can find out?
Your Honor, Your Honor, this is the reporter who endangered our patient's life.
I just want to...
You there!
Can you just give me a thing?
You there!
He's talking...
Me? Yeah. Guard?
May I see a few things?
As I understand it, you were at General Hospital a short time ago.
Well, yes, but,
I've just been informed that the patient who was with Dr. O'Connor when you were questioning him is now on the critical list.
Yes, sir.
Take him out of here. I'm ordering you out of this courtroom. And if you show your face here again while I'm sitting, you'll be facing contempt charges.
I understand.
Furthermore, if anything serious happens to that patient at General Hospital, I will welcome sitting on any case that's brought against you. Now get him out of here.
Okay. Find my way out. Thank you, Your Honor.
Bailiff, this is not going to be a carnival court. Only close family and friends will be admitted to this courtroom. And I order the jury, when selected, to be sequestered for the duration of this trial.
Yes, sir. Good day, Joe. Thank you, sir. We better get back to General.
Miss Jenny Blake is still down here. Chief Devane, why the crackdown on the press? No more questions.
Hello, Anna.
I've had to face some pretty terrible things in my life, and the worst is when I arrested your husband. I want you to know that.
Well, this is probably the most terrible mistake you've made as well, Anna.
Well, I hope it is.
Well, I just hope the truth comes out in the courtroom, because that's all we need. Kevin is innocent. He's innocent.
Carrie, it's time.
Honey, why don't we go inside? I have to get to
I'll be there in a minute.
The district attorney.
I'm losing so many friends over this case. Do you know something? If Kevin is innocent, no one would be happier than I to see him get off.
I know that.
Oh, that's me. I gotta go inside. I'll talk to you later.
Judge Anderson presiding. All rise.
Would you like some more coffee?
Ah, Susie,
Oh, thanks, Anna.
how about another waffle?
I couldn't eat another thing.
No kidding.
But I love sitting here talking to you.
Oh, not as much as I do.
Are you really going to be a cop?
Well, yeah. That's what I want to do. I'm in the police academy, you know.
I hate to think of you giving up your singing.
Well, Susie, underneath this rough exterior of brawn is a very deep individual.
I'm sure, but never to hear your voice again.
Oh, well, I sing sometimes when I'm alone or in the shower.
I can't hear you when you're alone.
Well, maybe we'll have to arrange something.
Really?
Well, of course, I know I run into some heavy competition when it comes to you.
You must be talking about Norman Yorkin, the basketball player.
Yeah, old Norman did cross my mind. Well, I mean, you know, it's your taste if you like jocks that can't sing.
I'm not interested in Norman because he's an athlete.
No?
No. He has this bright red sports car, new and shiny. I don't know, it just hit me where I lived. Of course, all of that was before I met you.
And now you have this thing for music, I bet.
Oh, definitely.
Would you like
That's
to sit
nice.
at the table?
Good Lord, it's Norman.
Come on, Felicia, let me take you to the table.
Who's that girl he's with?
I don't know. Is he the jealous type?
Well, how can he be if he's with another girl?
Well, she doesn't hold a candle to you.
I know her type.
So do I. Listen, tell me about Norman, huh? Where would he get the money for a brand new sports car?
I don't know, but he always seems to have money.
Oh, really?
Well, whatever you want. Did you see anything you like?
Yeah, I'll take the hot cakes, eggs, and sausage, please.
You got it.
You?
Oh, I don't know what I want. I think I'll just, have, a toasted English muffin.
You got it.
Oh, Norman, I have to tell you that I just don't go out with strangers. I know we've never met, but I've seen you play basketball many, many times. And when you whistled at me from the car, I thought, well, you know, we're really not strangers after all, are we?
There's a girl over there I know, with somebody who looks sort of familiar.
Frisco Jones? Yeah, I think he used to sing or something.
Oh, yeah. On TV. You know him?
Well, just slightly. But I am not interested in singers. I'm interested in athletes. Are you a professional basketball player?
No. I play for the university here. I'll go pro when I'm out.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were professional because you have such a beautiful car.
You like cars?
Oh, yes, I adore them.
You know much about them?
Well, no, not really, but I do know an expensive car when I see it.
It was a gift.
Santa Claus.
You might say that. You see, I don't know for sure who gave it to me. I found it outside the frat house with my name on it when I came back here for my junior year.
With no name on the car?
It said, from a basketball fan.
Oh, wow.
That's what I said.
Well, you know, what gets me is, don't you want to know who it's from?
I guess if I really wanted to find out, I could go back to the car dealer. Why embarrass that kind of fan?
Well...
Listen, maybe we can meet later, okay, Susie? I have to go testify in court right now.
How exciting. Later? I'd love it. Why are you testifying?
I found the body.
Oh.
Let me go take care of this check, okay?
Okay. Why, Norman, hello.
Jake.
Hello, Susie.
Funny meeting you here. Frisco Jones and I were just talking about you.
Yeah?
He's sort of a celebrity, you know. Imagine a celebrity being interested in your basketball career.
Yeah.
But I only said nice things about you. Well, gotta go.
Oh, you changed.
Thanks, Ruby.
You got it.
Frisco, come and say hello to Norman before you go.
Oh.
Norman, this is Frisco Jones, the singing cop. Frisco, this is Norman Yorkin, and the little friend he picked up someplace.
Seems like a lot of people are interested in my career these days.
Just a fan, Norman. Just a fan. Come on, Susie.
I feel directly responsible for what happened to Mrs. McCormick.
Patrick, we heard what happened. You shouldn't be.
She is stabilized. Come on now.
Well, thanks to you and Rick.
Ah, we heard Mrs. McCormick is stabilized.
Steve, it's still touch and go.
Nothing like that is going to happen around General again.
He told the judge what happened, and he closed the courtroom to the general public and the press.
Well, that's good.
What time are you supposed to be called?
I'm doing about an hour. I'm called as a witness for the prosecution, and I hate the idea.
You can't be forced to say anything against your brother, can you?
I don't know. I mean, all I can do is testify to what I know. I mean, if they expect me to guess about who stole those hypodermic syringes out of my bag, I'm not even going to begin to guess.
Frankly, I don't understand how Kevin was brought to trial in the first place.
I don't know, Dr. Hardy. I just don't know. But he has to be acquitted. The men in our family have been doctors for generations. I just hope that this trial doesn't keep Kevin from a career that he wants more than life itself.
Thank you. This juror is fine with the prosecution, Your Honor.
Would the defense care to question the juror? Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Mr. Cutter, according to your resume here, 2 years ago you sued a doctor in New York for malpractice.
Yes, I did.
And you lost the case.
Yes, I did.
How does it make you feel about the medical profession?
My lawyer assured me I could win the case, but how you fight a big institution is beyond me.
Yeah, I see your point. Defense challenges the witness, Your Honor.
The juror may step down. Bring in the next prospective juror, bailiff. The defense has one more peremptory challenge.
Yes, we know. Thank you, Your Honor.
Be seated. Your name?
Marion Farmer.
Miss Farmer, have you been following this case on television or on the radio?
No, I haven't, sir. I've been out of town up until 2 days ago. That's when I found my jury summons in my mailbox. I've never been on a jury.
What do you think about this jury?
You haven't.
No.
I like her. Well, aren't there going to be an awful lot of women on the jury?
Yep.
Why?
Simple. You're a handsome guy.
Fine. Thank you. Your Honor, Miss Farmer will be fine with prosecution.
Mr. Meyer?
Miss Farmer is all right with the defense.
Good. Then the court will take a short recess.
All right.
No, we couldn't. There was no way to know if there was anything to do about that or not. If we could have done more.
Yes, Miss Vining. Oh, yeah. No, I've got it. Yes, go ahead. 2 minutes. Yeah. Now go ahead. Huh?
Amy.
Yes, sir.
Amy.
Yes, sir. No, I've got it. No, okay. Yes. Yes? Okay. Thank you. What?
Amy, are there any messages for me?
You interrupted me for that? No, you don't have any messages.
Damn. Thought my mother and father would call from the trial. It's too early for any news. I'll do there soon.
You're nervous, aren't you?
For Kevin, yes. Carrie, Jade, how's your aunt?
She's in CICU.
But they say Mrs. McCormick is resting comfortably now.
I am very sorry about that.
Dr. Desire, please call the fifth floor nursing station. Dr. Desire, please call the fifth floor.
That's Rick.
Yeah.
Rick! I was about to come up to your office if you got a minute.
Are you waiting for me, too?
Yeah, but I can wait.
Well, you'll have to. You have about a minute of my time to listen.
It's not good news.
Well, what? Let's have it.
The welfare agency is convinced that Jeff does not belong in your home on a temporary basis.
Oh, come on.
I'm not finished.
Fine, then finish it.
What's more, they believe that Jeff tried to steal the motorcycle from the Foster family son.
Jeff lost his mother and his father in the last 3 months. He needs a little space, and he said that he borrowed that motorcycle.
The Foster family is willing to forget. The welfare agency is something else.
The welfare... He is not having a second set of foster parents. Patrick, do you want to see Mrs. McCormick with me in CICU? Then let's do it.
Yes, Doctor.
Yes, I'll be right there with that. Okay.
I thought Rick was about to kill me a minute ago. What's going on around here?
Oh, everybody's on edge around here. There was an emergency because of a reporter questioning Patrick, and anyways, everybody is just really uptight because of Kevin's trial.
The judge has ordered the jury to be sequestered during the Kevin O'Connor murder trial. In addition, the general public and the press have been barred from the courtroom. This is the latest here.
Frisco Jones!
I'm
a witness. I'm not allowed to talk about Hey, we're having to kill this.
get anything out of Norman Yorkin's girlfriend?
Not much. I found out that Yorkin drives a very expensive sports car. Too expensive. That's all I got.
What? Oh, damn, I gotta get inside. We'll have to talk about this later. You belong on the witness bench.
All rise. The court is now in session and will hear the opening statements from the prosecution and the defense. The prosecution may proceed.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will be brief. I believe that facts should come before words, and I promise you I will give you facts. Kevin O'Connor is presumed innocent until proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. So open your minds and be prepared to accept from the prosecution the facts that will convict that young man of cold-blooded, premeditated murder. We will prove to you he had motive and reasonable access to murder. Not just the one murder of Jennifer Talbot, but of 2 other murders as well. In this court today, he is being tried for the murder of Jennifer Talbot, a woman who loved him and trusted him. But in the shadows stand 2 other figures, and they cry out for justice too. We cannot let this young man go free. We must not allow him to have the opportunity to kill again. Thank you, Your Honor.
The defense may speak.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. I've known Kevin as a friend for, about a year now. I didn't even agree to represent him until I saw the evidence and examined it quite closely. I was sitting behind the defense table. I was quite surprised. I was shocked to hear the district attorney try to bring in 2 other murders into this trial. I was shocked until I realized how desperate he is. Because, you see, there's nothing but circumstantial evidence, and flimsy at that, to convict this young medical student, who, by the way, recently married the granddaughter of the deceased, Jennifer Talbot. You heard the district attorney tell you that Jennifer Talbot loved this young man. I'm here to tell you that he loved her, too. He would not have lifted a finger to this woman. You will see, according to the record, that Kevin O'Connor has not committed not one irrational or violent act in his entire life. From grade school way on up to medical school. Mr. Madison and his 3 murders. He doesn't have enough evidence to convict my client of the murder that he's charged with. He can't place Kevin O'Connor at any one of those, the scenes of any one of those crimes. I will prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt, that it was impossible for Kevin O'Connor to be at the scene when Jennifer Talbot was killed. He was in a medical reference room at the university studying. I will prove this to you. I'll rest my case on it. I would like you to keep in mind one thing during the entire course of this trial, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin O'Connor has dedicated his life to saving lives, not taking them. Look at him, ladies and gentlemen. That is no killer. Thank you.
The court will recess for 10 minutes, and then the trial will begin. All rise.
Listen, kids, your mother and father should be here any minute, so grab a table and wait.
Do you think my mom will get any time away from the trial or anything?
For you, she will.
Come on, Jeff, let's go sit.
Nothing's gonna help me out.
I tell you, there has been nothing but trouble around here all day.
including General Hospital. We had a bad time there early this morning.
Sorry to hear that. Hi.
Doctor, Mrs. Weber, I don't even know why you're even gonna waste time on me.
Jeff, we feel that you've had a really bad deal. That's when friends come around.
Yeah, well, there's something I gotta tell you. I didn't borrow the motorcycle. I stole it.
We've heard that, Jeff. You may want a motorcycle, but that is not the way to go about it.
Hey, well, Jeff, there are a lot of things Rick can explain to you that you just can't understand yet, you know?
Yeah, okay.
I think all of us have to make a trip to meet the people at the welfare agency. Mike, that includes you.
Mom? Yes? Do you think you're going to get any time away from the trial?
Sure. Why not? You mean you'd do that for me?
Sure, why not? Means a lot more than covering a murder trial.
And it wasn't until I brought the flashlight into the drain pipe that I discovered it was Jennifer Talbot's body.
Thank you. No more questions of this witness, Your Honor.
Does the defense wish to question the witness?
No questions, Your Honor.
You may step down. And you may call your next witness, Mr. Madison.
Dr. Charles Davis.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. You do solemnly swear the testimony you shall give in the case of the people of the state of New York versus Kevin O'Connor shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You may be seated, Doctor.
Dr. Davis, you are the coroner of the city of Port Charles, is that correct?
Yes, I am.
In layman's language, would you describe for us, please, the cause of Jennifer Talbot's death?
Air was injected into her veins, causing an embolism, which killed her.
Mm-hmm. And was she conscious at the time?
No, there was a blow to the back of the head, which rendered her unconscious.
But the blow didn't kill her?
No.
And what was the approximate time of death?
Well, it's between 7:30 and 8:30 a.m. on March 17th.
Thank you. No more questions.
Does the defense wish to cross-examine?
Yes, Your Honor. Dr. Davis, would you tell the court, please, how you can be so sure that the murder took place between 7:30 a.m. and 8:30 a.m.? I mean, the body wasn't discovered until several days after she disappeared.
If you recall, St. Patrick's Day was unusually cold, only 20 degrees above zero. The cold preserved the body sufficiently to establish the time of death.
Thank you. No more questions.
You may step down. The prosecution may call the next witness.
Prosecution calls Dr. Patrick O'Connor.
Place your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. You do solemnly swear that the testimony you shall give in the case of the people of the state of New York versus Kevin O'Connor shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
You may be seated.
Name?
Dr. Patrick O'Connor.
And you are a resident of General Hospital?
Yes.
And it is your brother, Kevin O'Connor, facing a charge of murder today?
Yes.
Dr. O'Connor is a witness for the prosecution, but he is a hostile witness. After all, his brother is the accused, Kevin O'Connor. We may be able to understand his feelings, but we must keep his feelings in mind with every question he answers. Dr. O'Connor, would you describe the events of the morning of March 17th, the last time you saw Jennifer Talbot alive?
I had a lab at General Hospital that morning, so I left the brownstone a little bit earlier than usual. As far as I know, nobody was up at 6:30 a.m. I ran into Jennifer Talbot outside the brownstone trying to get a cab to take her to the airport. I offered to give her a ride to the airport. She accepted. I dropped her off in front of the terminal, and I drove to General Hospital, and that was the last time I saw her.
Mm-hmm. Did she tell you then that she knew the name of the brownstone killer?
No.
Oh, did she give you any explanation for the trip, where she was going?
No.
What did you talk about on the way to the airport?
The weather and nothing else.
No small talk, pleasantries, no comments on anything?
No. We were not friends.
She gave you no indication that she knew the name of the brownstone killer?
No.
Did you and your brother burn evidence that was slipped under your door at the brownstone? Evidence that pointed to either you or Kevin as the brownstone murderer?
Why must they allow this kind of question?
I have no idea. There will be silence in this courtroom.
Or will you answer the question? Will you answer the question?
Yes. I burned a letter that was slipped under my door.
Why? Because you knew you had to save your brother from being accused of
Objection, Your
murder?
Honor, objection. The district attorney is leading the witness. Objection sustained. The district attorney will restrict himself to questions, not answers.
Sorry, Your Honor. Why did you burn the letter?
My brother is innocent.
Why did you burn the letter?
Because I believed at that time something that I found out later that was untrue.
What did you believe at that time that motivated you to burn that letter?
I believed at that time that Terry O'Connor had killed Neil Johnson, but later I found out
Thank you.
that...
No more questions, Your Honor.
No questions, Your Honor. You may step down. The court is recessed for the day.
All rise.
Can you forgive me, Terry?
Yes, Patrick. You told the truth. And all we need is the truth.